Yeah.
right? No longer yours.
Yeah.
But somehow, if this chick decides to inseminate her with your stuff,
Yep.
you are now held responsible because we don't know if you had sex or not. But in this case, we know y'all did not have no sex at
Yeah.
all. She testified, I did it myself, and he still had to pay.
And see, you made a good point there. You was like, if it's discarded and I'm no longer responsible, then why am I responsible for the child of after the result of me not being able to have control over it because I've discarded it, so it's lost property? Then why am I responsible for it? So it's almost like the aspect of the gun. You know, you have the registration on it, you lose that gun if you don't report it, then boom, somebody goes and uses it, it comes back to you, you're held liable. So what was it I was going to say? Because it's just every time you repeat it, it's funny. Now, that is an extreme case, but, you know, we have those moments where you have guys, where you have these men teaching these young men, you know, always, you know, put the raincoat on because if you don't want no kids, you know, whoop. Now, who can attest to plan for something where you like, I did everything properly with this woman, and now some woman over here is like this? Well, he left his bank statement, but they don't typically leave a name on there. So how she find it? You see what I'm saying? Like, this woman was on it. As soon as she went, she was like, who was staying in this room today? Like, she probably went through some, you know, FBI work. But
and you got to think about it. When it comes to those types of rooms, just think about it. You got the penthouse, you got certain, you know, luxuries to different hotels. So she's going to assume, if she's going to like a penthouse or whatever, this person has money. But it was actually like a coincidence for her to see a bank statement. Like,
yeah.
I've like, you know, I'm not rich, but just going to hotels in general, I'm not taking my bank statement. But
yeah.
Me, you know,
so that sounds like somebody who left it on accident. Like, you know, all right, I gotta hurry up and get going and all of this stuff, and whoop, leave something.
Looking over some stuff and trying to check some stuff, and wasn't thinking, you know, I've been at this place X amount of times. He might have done it a few times before and has never been in a situation where, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like,
you said what? It was in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so think about that. You in Vegas, you kicking it, probably, you know, toast up, and don't realize, like, oh, man, I left that, man. I'm trying to hurry up and get over here. Now, granted, that is an extreme case, but, you know, I'm gonna let everybody know I have actually heard of cases. Even if you go back in the day with Cameron, back in like the early 2000s, it was on an MTV documentary. He talked about it like, yeah, man, you know, I've seen it with women. You let one off, and the women are going to garbage with the turkey baster, you know, trying to get a baby out of it. Then there was one in the city I'm at now. Dude meets the chick at the club. He don't even knock her down. She just top him off. And he, you know, finishes. She goes to the bathroom, uses the turkey baster. You know what I'm saying? So he thinking that she didn't, you know, took the kids to the swimming pool, you know what I'm saying? And then messed around and sent them up to the pearly gates, man. I don't know what word to use for it, but she put them in the incubator. I don't know, man. You know?
Definitely took it to the king, you know?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like there are moments where you talk about theft, and to tell a man he has no action in it, and women can create single family households, that really shows, like you said in the beginning, no, men do not have that luxury. Because how is it that it's my body, my choice for I can decide life or not? But when it comes to a man, you can steal it, create life, and then say, now you're liable for the money. You need to pay for this child. What are you talking about? I deliberately avoided that. Well, no, look, you're still responsible. What? So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and
too many cases out there where men have been put in situations, whether they, you know, use the condom or not. You think about it, with them trusting females, like, hey, I'm on the birth control, I'm on this. Oh, I'll take a plan B afterwards. They can even go together and take, go buy the plan B. You don't know if she's gonna take it. You gotta sit there and be like, okay, you gonna take it? I got this bottle of water right here.
What was the one where I think it was on Pink Book Lessons? She played the one from the Young Jock show. The dude gave her $600 to go to the clinic, and instead she went and bought. Like, she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get it done," but then she changed her mind and went and bought the stuff, and then said, "Well, you still gonna be responsible for the kid, even though you took the money." You know what I'm saying?
This agreement. Hey, we both don't want it, but it's like the craziest. It's like taboo in a sense, and I would tell men, look, you go with your gut. If you don't want to have no kids, you have to go to now the extreme lengths of having your own companies. All right.
Well, yeah, that's always understood, but it's even deeper than that.
Take them with you. It is no longer to leave them in the trash, because women are now taking condoms out the trash. And it puzzles me, because it's like the woman's area down there is so sensitive.
Yeah.
So this is sitting in trash. Whatever is in that trash bucket, that's all bacteria. So you're telling me you gonna take a condom whether you got to untie it or not.
Yeah.
And just kind of just
hope for the best. Like, hope for the best.
It's like even going back to like the Drake situation.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, did she do it with the lights on or the lights off? Because when we talk about hot sauce,
it's got a smell.
A distinctive smell. Because I love
and a color.
I love me some hot sauce. It got the smell and it has the color.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
In my head, if allegedly with all of it, but if there's any truth to it, you're telling me that if the lights was on, you didn't see that this was not good at all, period. I'm sorry. Like however you did it, I don't know if you came in there with a turkey baster, but even if you had this turkey baster and you got stuff out the condom, you telling me the coloring on top of the turkey baster was not like questionable.
That's why I don't think this is real, because even if she did see it and she said, "Nah, I'm going for it. I'm going for the gusto."
That's not my deal. I'm gonna make it happen.
Because when you hear these stories, you're like, "There's no way a human being would be like that." But then you can name off multiple times where it does occur. But then you say, "Oh, that's the outlier. That's not the norm." But then, because it's probably way larger than people would like to admit, because a lot of stories women won't tell because of perception, and men don't tell it because they'd be like, "No one will believe it anyways. It's too crazy for them to even understand." So, I think that as much as certain counterparts say it's a patriarchy, it's all about men, so on and so forth, none of these women will want to live the life of man, to be blamed every day for everything, for people to be in fear of you even when you're coming correctly, but then to be like, I can have my seed stolen at any point in time if I make if I'm still acting accordingly. I'm raincoat up, I'm doing all of that, and I toss it in the garbage, and if I make a slip up, not just the woman that was in the room, but somebody coming to clean, anybody can come and get it. Or I can be drugged and have it taken. And even out of all of this stuff that's not my consent, I'm still financially responsible. That's insane. Like, that is insane.
I definitely agree with you. It's definitely insane. It's insanity, because even listening to like different podcasts, how they say how old the laws are anyway when it comes to certain situations, especially child support. I think it's like the 1950s ish. I think something like that. When that's kind of what they're basing it off. And we're living 2022 now.
Yeah. I think, not, for me, it was a necessity to have child support set up. Now, some people abuse it, and that's on both sides. Women abuse it and men abuse it, because some men won't even get a job and they'll just work under the table just to avoid paying, so they make it bad for the rest of us who do it, i.e. me, but they definitely make it worse for the rest of us because, they'll think that you're just a scumbag trying to get around the system or, whatever the case may be. But in moments like said dude that was the millionaire in the hotel, and this woman openly admittedly says, no, I had no interactions with him, I just took it and used it on myself, and they still determined that he was responsible, shows there's a flaw within the system, because that's not even based on an aspect of interactions with each human being. Because I can understand if there was interaction with each human being and he doesn't take the necessary steps to prevent it, and then there's a child made, then you want to argue the case. Okay, makes sense. All right, cool. I can understand where the court would say that, but to be like, no, he never even met this woman and she stole it. There's no,
is from a can of paint.
Yeah,
it's like even looking at that, there is no accountability for the woman's aspect. She literally said, I didn't have sex with him. I just wanted a baby by a rich man, and I just so happened to look up on a rich man, and I so happened to look up on the condom, and then I so happened to probably just be fertile that day.
Yeah,
it all came together.
Just think about it. He was literally a number. He wasn't a human being. He wasn't nothing about him, because she never saw numbers on a paper and was like, I want that. The man was just a number. Now I know they say, well, men look at women just because of their look. This man wasn't even looked at. He was a number on a piece of paper, and she was like, him, and got what she wanted out of it. That's insane.
And got it. Like that is definitely insane. Like she actually was able to fight that, even though she told the truth all the way through and through. But because it's an innocent child in this factor, it's like, what did you set that child up for?
Yep. Because you said that before. You was like, it's messed up because I don't agree with the method and how the child was made. But I wonder if that guy, or the father, is able to even work with the child. That's what you just said. Because it's true. Because you looking at this kid like,
I didn't want you.
You know what I'm saying? Like you were not in my plan.
You were not in my plans.
It
wasn't like one night stand. Oops, I slipped up. Now I have to take care of my responsibilities. No, literally, I did not create you. Your mama did.
Yeah. Like no, she just lucked up on the baby batter.
My stuff was a part of it, but it didn't, like, it wasn't no interaction. Like there's no love or no connection or nothing. No mutual anything between these two people. So what she did was rob the kid of actually having a father that actually wanted it.
Because you said you couldn't find the case to see what happened after.
No, I couldn't find too much of anything. I think it was just that article and that was it. He's in there, so I'm sure it wasn't fine.
I'm about to be real messed up right now. And we're going to end it on this note, but this is going to be really messed up. When like one of my English teachers had walked up to one of the students, he was like, out of all of the baby batter that could have made it to your mother, you was the one that made it. Think about how strong that child was. He survived the garbage and still made it.
Still made it out the garbage. You talk about out the mud. This man he was hustling. He hustled through the trenches. You can't tell him he ain't no soldier.
You know what I mean? From the moment from before he was conceived, man, he came it out the gutter, out the garbage.
Literally. Can't nobody tell him nothing.
Oh, I'm so wrong for that. I'm sorry, I was wrong for that. But Yo, thank you. This was awesome. I'm glad you came with the information for the people to see. Hey, yo, if y'all like it, I'm probably gonna break this down into two parts. I'm gonna be honest, but if y'all like what y'all saw here, comment on it, like it, share it. Make sure you subscribe. Show the page love because we're gonna keep coming with more of these. Because man, y'all gonna like what we're doing out here. So let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. All right, everybody. Peace.